Bit of a miserable day, as you can see. It's been a long day for me, sorting out all the issues, but I have good news, and this is the reason why I am heading to the new apartment right now, so that I can show you guys what I'm going to be doing over the next, probably for the rest of this year actually. Now I was finally able to sort out the differences with my architect and sign the contract on the dotted line so that I can begin this renovation in earnest, because if not, I won't have a place to live pretty shortly. So just about there already. It's very, very close to where I live now. All right, I made it through the security checkpoint, because when you start out in a new condominium, like this condominium is brand new, there will be a bunch of people that you have to kind of pass through to get. Look at this artwork, by the way, on the walls. This is nice. This is much better than where I have been living. All right, I need to get the hang of using my phone this way, like horizontally, because although vertical is good if you're watching this kind of material on your phone, it's kind of not very good at all if you're watching on a TV or I guess a tablet as well. So because of that, I'm just gonna swing around here. What arrived earlier was this here. Let me just move this over here so you can see it better. So I will be learning how to use this selfie stick that will come in very handy. I guess I have to also get maybe a tripod as well as a microphone, at least for myself, but probably for one of my buddies who will probably be on camera duty. So I'm just looking around in my future kitchen. I guess on this wall there's going to be a lot of cabinets going up. No lights, not as of yet. And swing around here. Because these apartments, really, there's only been 2 months since most people started getting the keys. I was a bit later because I needed to sell my existing apartment so that I could finance this one, right? So coming out of here, oh actually, let's go back to the kitchen, because I forgot to mention this space in here. So this space here is not actually going to be a bathroom like you see. I'm not going to show you inside because it's dirty as heck, but this is going to be the pantry for the kitchen. At least that's what the plan is for now. And out here will be the laundry slash, I guess, technical area where the air conditioning machines will be. So right now, this is a very, very big space. If I just walk over to the edge of the hallway here, this space is something like 9 meters or something. I could step it out actually. Let's step it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9, around 9 meters. By the way, I really like this black frame for the doors. That's going to be coming out, these doors here, and this space will be amplified, so it will become like a gourmet space, there will be a barbecue place. Did I say that right? I forget my English because obviously Brazil is a Portuguese speaking country, so even like with I must add, it was a very friendly security guard. He even tried to learn my last name, which isn't overly easy for Brazilians. He actually called me Hannibal, which is pretty funny, like my last name. So but he promised he would get better at pronouncing my last name. So yeah, this is gonna be where the barbecue goes. There's gonna be some cabinetry here. What else was gonna be, excuse me, some lighting up here with the cabinets. And on this side, about actually where I'm standing here, there's gonna be a squarish kind of island for almost like a breakfast bar, but in this outdoor setting. At least it's outdoor for now. This will be closed off eventually with glass surrounding. And here will be my dining table from my other apartment. I'm bringing that over here. And then, should swing around this way. Over here is gonna be a couch and a TV up here on this wall with probably an air conditioner over in this corner, because during the summer this gets very hot. It's not at the moment, by the way. You can see how miserable it looks at the moment. Let's just show you guys down here as well, so you can see the kind of I guess like a multi-purpose court that's pretty common in these sorts of high-end residential developments. And what's that, like some kind of beach tennis, I guess, there. And there's looks like a bit of a gourmet area. So that's this space. And then over here there's going to be a massive TV, or definitely the biggest TV that I've ever had in anywhere where I've lived. It's slated to be 75-inch TV, and then it's going to be a big rack down here for my DVDs and media, also my PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. So this space here, there's nothing here at the moment. So why on earth would I need so much space in the lounge? Well, it doesn't really make any sense, right? And the new channel subscribers or people watching this video won't know, but basically my entire adult life, I've played poker for a living. And now I thought, with this project of showing you guys how my life is here in Brazil, I would need an area for like content creation and things like that. So this, on the original plans for this apartment, from the guy that I bought it off, actually, because this was 100% sold, and now some people are selling the rights, if that makes sense, to these apartments. And this one worked out perfectly because it's not too high. You can see, like, it's only, I guess, 30 meters or something off the ground, maybe 35, 40 meters tops. And the view's still pretty good, but it'll definitely be a bit of an upgrade if I can, from where this door is, basically put a wall in here. Because as I was saying, in the original plans for this, you had the option of a fourth bedroom. So this is where that fourth bedroom would be. But a lot of people just convert it to an office, which is what I did in my existing apartment. So that is where a lot of the work will be, at least initially in this project. And then over this side, this is the bathroom for visitors, I guess, that are just coming for the day or whatever. This is massive, by the way. It's way too big. So my idea is to basically take down this wall, which you'll see in a minute where that goes to, and basically put that wall right up against that sink over there. So this is the room in question, because this here is supposed to be an office if you look at the plan, but it's a joke because I can tell you, like, it's not much more than a meter. That's effectively a meter there. So I meet 1.5 maybe. This way it's a little bit bigger. It's more like 2.5 meters to the door from here, which that swings out onto the technical area. So my idea for this space was, obviously, that's a pretty solid wall. That needs to go down, and then that will be where the drains for the air conditioning equipment are. So that will need to be re-put in. But I don't plan on having air conditioning in here, because this is going to be basically just a storage room and a networking room, because in São Paulo these days, all these developments, they've just got a ton of apartments. Like this one's over 100 apartments. It's not anywhere near as big as the other condominium where I live, but it's still massive, and you get interference and things from Wi-Fi and just other signals, right, from other apartments. So it's important to get your networking sorted out. So I'm going to have an access point probably over towards there, and then another one here down the hallway. So let's go down the hallway. So you can see here is where the master switch is gonna be, and over here it's gonna be a walk-in closet. So as soon as you get through here, it's gonna be a closet. And one thing I really liked from my existing apartment was having some sound equipment here in the bathroom, and because that's pretty cool, like just communicating with, in my case, I just use the Amazon device, and she plays music while I take a shower. So what the idea is I bought an amplifier and a speaker set from the US on one of the trips I took there recently. So I want to put like the amplifier here, connect it to a UPS, like a universal power supply, because what was happening, or what has been happening in my apartment, is sometimes the power isn't always, it drops out, especially like during rainy season if it rains really hard. So if you have a UPS that kind of sorts that problem out, because usually the power only drops out for a minute or two, and obviously if you have even a small UPS, that at least gives you 10 minutes or so of battery backup. So that's the idea there. And then I probably, look at this floor, like all the bathrooms you'll see, they all have flooring. I'm probably not really gonna touch this a lot. You can see into there. So it's probably just going to be a few things, like I'm going to have a cutout here in the wall just to put stuff. And here's the point. So I'll probably just get, like in Las Vegas when I hang out there, stay at the resorts, they have rain shower heads or something. I have to look it up exactly what it is, but I definitely quite like that, because in the apartment now I have in the roof coming down and the plumbing, it's all right, but I think it's just better to go with the stock standard, more option there. So this is looking back into the closet. Here's the master bedroom. It's pretty small actually, because I have a king bed as well, so it's gonna pretty much take up most of this space. And then you see this awesome view again. So at the moment, this is what the system looks like, just for people here that have never seen it before. So you can just pull this down and it shuts the window, the blackout blind. But there's also the option of automating it here, which is what this is, this point here. And then if you want, you can have put a button down here that you just press, and that will do it automatically. So you just put a motor in this part here, up here. Over this side, you can see now that USB-A inputs are standard, which is kind of weird because you'd think they would put USB-C. You can see over here as well, it's the same thing. So there's not a whole lot that I'm thinking of doing in this room other than a little bit of the lighting. I'm thinking of putting, I forgot how the name of the lights are in English, but basically just your bedside lamps, but on the wall. Maybe some viewers in the comments can shed some light on that, because the names just slipped out of my head. Let's go to the last couple of rooms, because it's a fairly big apartment, but it's actually only slightly bigger than the one that I'm living in now. So, oh, by the way, there's going to be a robot vacuum cleaner in that corner. He's just going to go and do his stuff during the day. So this is the second bedroom. This is really not a lot to add for these two rooms, but anyway, here's the view. So yep, second bedroom, second bathroom. You'll see the same kinds of flooring, and up into where the plumbing will be. This is the only thing I really didn't like in the third bedroom with the plan. Apart from having the air conditioning structure go through this wall, the infrastructure, that is a little bit complicated, because this wall for me kind of makes sense to put a TV, and it's kind of chaotic here. You don't really want to have a air conditioner that you're servicing above a TV. That's problematic. They get all upset about that. So I'm just not sure how to resolve that without doing something funky in this room. But I still think that I can put a queen bed on this wall here, and then maybe kind of put the TV more over, a little bit more over this side, because it's only going to be a 32-inch in these rooms anyway. And then the other really weird thing here is, have a look at this. So this door closes there, so let's close it properly. And then this door here is here, but kind of, well, you have to close this door, because otherwise it's like, how do you, without closing this door, how do you open that door, right, to take a bath? I mean, it's all good because you get the privacy, but my idea is to take this door out and put it where the other room for like a studio where I can play poker online or whatever. And then yeah, that's just the same, like you've just got the same kind of layout here. So that's pretty much a tour of the new apartment. Right, let's have a look at this stabilizer for my phone, because this is going to become an integral part of my setup for producing these videos. So on this box, it's written in Portuguese, basically saying that this product is terrible, you've wasted your money, you're not going to get any benefit out of this product. Nah, just kidding. Let's see actually how this thing works. Okay, so you've got this part here that will, I presume, screw into the handle, the lever, whatever you want to call it, that holds the, yeah, alright. So, looks a decent piece of equipment. And you've got your charger here. So I'm gonna go back to the other apartment now and see how this works. And I have another video to film in a few hours about the weekly foreigners meetings here on Friday nights.